Welcome inter-galactiians. You're tuned into the H.A.L. report. I'm your host, H.A.L, or Hooman Anomaly Logger. Here we digest and analyze the latest news patterns, entertainment, and behavior of the human species. Today, we'll look at the price human companies are paying for becoming a battalion in the war of the woke. We'll be contrasting the difference in earnings for the utter failure that was Walt Disney's Lightyear, with the massive success of the film Minions, The Rise of Gru. One film only managed to rake in a paltry $50 million during its opening weekend, while another shattered records, in regards to a July 4th opening. For those unfamiliar, One Earth colony, the United States of America, celebrate its national independence on this day by launching colorful projectiles at the stars, in an attempt to ward off malevolent spirits. Unfortunately, this superstitious tradition has had little practical effect, as their own governing body has been overrun by their own types of evil minions. Before we analyze, please be sure to subscribe to the channel for news reports, pop culture analysis, and a general day-to-day overview of the human's native world, Earth. Utilize the Hooman thumbs up button below to initiate a full neurosync. Share the video with the nearest planet, and ring the bell so you're notified whenever a new communication is launched. If you're a human, submit a comment with your meaty fingers below. Perhaps we'll spotlight you to the galaxy in a future video. I'd like to thank all of our current subscribers. This video is made possible by viewers like you. Let's talk about this. The Exerter report, quote, Minions, The Rise of Gru smashes box office records with $202 million opening weekend. Illumination's next entry in the incredibly popular Despicable Me franchise, Minions, The Rise of Gru, smashed Independence Day box office records with an impressive $202 million opening weekend. The Minions franchise has become one of the biggest internet memes over the past few years, thanks in no small part to the film franchise's monumental success. The success of Minions undoubtedly played a part in Illumination gaining major movie deals, like the upcoming Super Mario film starring Chris Pratt. Now, Minions, The Rise of Gru has smashed box office records for Independence Day weekend, bringing in over $200 million in revenue worldwide in just 3 days. Minions, The Rise of Gru set a new record for the highest grossing film released during Independence Day weekend, dethroning the previous title holder, Transformers, Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon, released in 2011 and grossed over $115 million over the 4-day weekend, while Minions, The Rise of Gru has cleared that record by nearly $100 million in just 3 days. Illumination's major social media marketing campaign on TikTok likely played a big role in the film's success, with many Minions-related trends skyrocketing in the weeks leading up to release. The Rise of Gru's success is another sign that movie theaters seem to be coming back to life, as Top Gun, Maverick and Jurassic World Dominion also boasted incredible box office performance. In fact, Top Gun, Maverick quickly earned a place as one of the 50 highest-grossing movies of all time, barely beating out 2008's The Dark Knight. The film is an origin story for the lovable creatures known as Minions, and their gloriously bumbling leader Gru. The story occurs in the 1970s, a fitting time to bring in the spotlight, as the world appears to be delving back into the historically turbulent financial situation that echoes the pains that era brought. While growing up during this time period, Gru idealizes a group of supervillains known as the Vicious Six. When one of their members is ousted from the crew, the aspiring villain concocts a plan to infiltrate their ranks. Unfortunately, things don't go according to plan, and Gru and his minions are forced to flee. Needless to say, this film is a spin-off of the series, detailing how the lovable team of misfits come together to become a supervillain named to rival even the heroes they hold in high esteem. Compare this with some of the excuses that were given as to why the Disney film Lightyear tanked at the box office. The Week stated, quote, "At the end of the day, Some analysts felt audiences just weren't interested in a Buzz Lightyear spin-off, especially one that's not actually about the Buzz Lightyear they know, and Forbes' Scott Mendelson compared the situation to when the Han Solo prequel Solo, a Star Wars story, was a box office disappointment in 2018. Nobody wanted a prequel, origin story, action comedy based on the co-lead of an established cinematic brand featuring a different, and mostly unknown, actor in the role. Mendelson wrote of Solo, and Lightyear may have suffered for similar reasons. Just like Solo replaced Harrison Ford with Alden Ehrenreich, something Lucasfilm would later decide was a mistake, Tim Allen was replaced as Buzz with Chris Evans. That decision sparked some backlash, and it could have contributed to a disconnect between Lightyear and the Toy Story films. Personally, I think Hooman families simply want entertainment, devoid of ideological platitudes that require them to have deep, difficult conversations with their children. Additionally, we can contrast the marketing of each piece of entertainment. Disney's Lightyear saw the film's name tarnished early on, when the lead adult pretender, Chris Evans, attacked fans of the series for their seemingly anti-LGBTQ viewpoints on social media. The media giant also decided to utilize the voice, quote-unquote, talents of the aforementioned actor, over those of the previous actor, Tim Allen, due to the star holding politically conservative viewpoints. Allen had previously had his series cancelled, potentially due to these beliefs. The cesspool, seated in the human capital of insanity, Hollywood, is unable to mentally process traditionalist viewpoints. If any of their chosen, human-made idols, shift from their own all-knowing and correct religious viewpoint, they're quickly dispatched, never to be heard from again. This is done because the creatures lurking in this bastion of ideology have an allergic reaction to contrary thought. Their brains are too underdeveloped, from years of playing pretend, to be able to absorb any additional viewpoints. This causes their ears to bleed, and copious amounts of foam to come rushing forth from their mouths. Much like baby bottle snorps, who, when presented with new information, are prone to turning belly up and spewing bile from their squeech sacs before ingesting the information and processing it. Unlike the bottle snorps, human entertainers are unable to ever ingest differing opinions, as they've become so adept at playing make-believe that they are unable to ground themselves in reality. However, some of the higher-ups in these entertainment producers are beginning to understand that pushing unfavorable religious zealotry leads to a decline in profits. Companies that do not have the limitless purse that Disney does are being forced to forego inserting these messages into their media. Children's entertainment is desired to be entertaining, not indoctrinating. Additionally, large swaths of the human population are tired of seeing the characters they love torn down, to be replaced with false idols of prophets of their trendy religious message of the month. That being said, other opinions state that Lightyear flopped because humans expected the film to come to the digital streaming service Disney Plus, where they could watch it from the comfort of their own homes. The week continues, quote, Lightyear featured the first same-sex kiss in a Pixar film, which led the movie to be banned in multiple countries. Might this have affected business in the US? Some on the right have embraced that narrative, especially in light of Disney's recent battle with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Republican, and Rep. Jim Jordan, Republican from Ohio, tweeted, Buzz Lightyear went woke. The movie went broke. To counter this notion, some pundits pointed out the presence of a same-sex couple in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness didn't prevent that film from grossing nearly $1 billion worldwide, nor has minor LGBTQ+ representation held back previous Disney hits like 2017's Beauty and the Beast. What do you think? Are you surprised that Minions performed so well at the box office? What factor played the biggest role in one film topping the charts, while another floundered? Submit your responses via datapad below. As always, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video with a friend, and ring the bell so you never miss a report. Thank you for tuning in. Until the next communication, this has been H.A.L, reporting from Earth.